This place used to be called the Old City Market, but over the years that we've been carving here, it's more known as a carving shop now, with the majority of us being from Inuvik and Tuk area.
Yeah.
But we also invite other artists from places like in the Eastern Arctic and from the south too. Not only soapstone carvers, but bone, antler, jewelry. So we try work and learn from each other. Yeah, this is my workplace here with all the different tools.
So many different bits, eh?
Yeah. We have a most of the times we don't use everything, but if we do need something, it's all there. When I first started down here, I wasn't as good as what I am now, and I had to do a lot of footwork. So my first, I'd say 3-4 years of being working down here, I had to go talk lots and show my pieces around, and but from there it got a lot better because I had people coming down, and I had other artists that come and carve with me. So a lot of there's more tourists that come along and see the work we do. I'm making a little drum dancer out of this. This one's my little drum dancer. This one I just have to, I'm just doing the drum and the sticks on it, and I'm done with it. Then we oil the carving.
What is the drum made of?
The drum is made from moose antler. I'm brushing it down to get the loose dust off. After you do the sanding, there's always dust, so we take it off, and after we get it all done, I'll peg it onto a base. Then I'll put the drum and the drumstick on. So that's what I've been working on. When I get down into carving, time will just go by, and it's like a getaway for me. And when I come down here, I just get lost in my carvings, and I just get to work, and it's like a getaway for me, and it's relaxing. It's relaxing, and after doing pieces, I just enjoy what I do. A lot of my work is with private dealers, buyers that come along. I do some work with the galleries, but not as much. And I do a lot of sales with IRC in Inuvik, Edmonton, Toronto, California, and Vermont. Those are my main buyers. Here's Pat's workplace. He works a lot of the muskox horns. The muskox horns.
Oh, you better put me in.
There's different styles to other artists, like the Eastern Arctic, Yukon, the Alaskan, and everybody's got their own style. And us from the Western Arctic, we got our own style where we've come a long way from what we used to be. And I've learned a lot of different styles just by watching the guys from the Eastern Arctic and from the Yukon.
What do you make the eyes out of?
At the tip of horn, eh? You know,
Just the tip of the horn,
spot,
eh? Yeah, the black spot. Yeah.
And the fish goes in the mouth.
Oh, nice.
Like that.
I think it's a detail work is what I'm more known for, my detail work. I spend a lot of I do a lot of carvings, but I try to spend more time on detail work than the style and that. The style will come later. But for now, I want to see how much more I can improve on my doing better detail, or more realistic. Like if we work alone, we won't do as much, but when there's 3-4 of us working here, boy, we just get busy, and once in a while we'll drop all our tools, start talking, telling stories, but then we'll go right back to working again, and we enjoy the company of each other, watching and learning and talking to each other.
I teach grade 7 math, grade 7 social studies, grade 7 health, a 6-7 class, split class math, grade 8 math, and grade 8 social studies. Actually, when I first graduated, I wasn't exactly sure if that's what I wanted to do, teaching after getting my degree, but the first couple of days and once you get in there, and I mean, it's really rewarding. I can't imagine. Every day is different. You know, kids are great. I mean, there's some difficulties, but I mean, every job's gonna have some difficulties, but I mean, I can't imagine myself doing anything else, to be honest. I grew up in Inuvik. I was born there. My parents lived there when before we were born. I have a brother and sister. We were all born and raised in Inuvik, did all our schooling in Inuvik. I was heavily into sports, and a lot of the people I played basketball with, they were teachers and positive role models to me, and they got me kind of curious in teaching, and I mean, that helped too, with the people that that taught me and had a big influence on my life. Is it closer to 100 or is it closer to 200?
100.
100. I was actually fortunate enough, my parents took us on holidays often, and I got to see parts of Canada, and that kind of made me want to go out of Inuvik and try new things. And I knew to do something besides, you know, stay in Inuvik and get a job, I had to get some schooling somewhere else. Which one? Subtract. Okay, what number line? Or do you want to do tiles?
Tiles.
Okay, go get some tiles. Okay? And I'll help you in a second. I was fortunate enough to actually do some subbing, and that got me interested in school, and then I applied for the teacher education program in Inuvik, got accepted into that, did 2 years of that, and then I decided to go to the University of Alberta and get my degree in education. Here I am as a teacher today. I have goals for every individual kid. I'd like to see them pass, and actually as years go on and you see the newspaper and kids graduating, I always try to see which ones I've taught or which ones I know, and it's kind of nice to see the ones you've taught go on to school. And one of the nice things I find too is kids from previous years always come in and say hello, and it's always nice when they come and say hello. It's, you know, means something that they want to come back and say something to you. So that's rewarding too, I find. A lot of the kids I don't think they know I'm Native, but I let them know, and I always mention Inuvik. I mean, Inuvik's my home. I have many memories there. I still have family there, and it's an important place, and I've lots of memories, and I always seem to mention it. Yes, the kids in my class, they all know I'm from Inuvik, and I'm proud to be Inuvialuit, and I let the students know that too. And decrease by 2. Okay, try the next one, I'll come back.
Yeah, me too. Could I do the unit review?
Yes, do that. And you can do the practice test in your textbook. I love my job, and the kids are great, and no complaints. Being in Inuvik, even when I was younger, I had jobs that was involved with other kids older than me, younger than me, and it's the same with teaching. I'm dealing with adults, parents, and then younger kids, and I just enjoy it. It's nothing's better than coming to school and having a rewarding day with the kids.
Hey, for homework, grade 7s, you have to reread page 71, 72, and 73. Make sure you do questions 1 to 10 on page 74. And booklet questions, you're going to do all of them for homework tonight. Okay?
This one here is Sedna. As you see, you have the polar bear on the backside with the whale fluke down there as well, and the bear paw on this side. And it all just kind of molds together into one piece.
Is it a famous legend?
Sedna is, yeah. I like doing human figures, and Sedna kind of seems to be my favorite character. Yeah. Such a good legend down in the east there, where she was actually off the boat and doesn't have any fingers here, and she became a spirit of the sea. Now there's a longer story to it, but I don't know. I just I just like doing Sedna on the features and stuff, and make everything flow together and stuff. Eh? And look at her hair. And you know, you do try to remember a lot of the stories that you've heard and stuff like that in your walk, for sure, as well. And so they do come up after a while, you know, and when you're looking at a piece, it kind of tells you what's in there, kind of thing, eh? And try to pull it out. You can look all around it first, and it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of flows, I guess, as you're building it. I like doing multi-dimensional stuff and stuff as well, you know, and on one piece. I find it more challenging, and see what else is coming out of the rock, kind of thing. I do bone and metal as well, but I like doing stone. I guess stone is so final and hard and kind of thing, eh? So. Geez, my dad, when I was younger, he did a little bit of bone stuff, and Mom and Dad are pretty artistic and stuff. So I watched him build a piece before, and but I've been at it, I guess, probably 10 years or so. But I enjoy it. Like, you know, it's just it's a challenge, you know, and like to strive to make a better piece each time, kind of thing, eh? So. I may want to do it full time one of these fun times.
You miss much about back home?
I miss the seasons, yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, the hunting, you know, each season has a different hunting season now, like geese and what have you, and polar bear hunting, and the bear dance there. Majestic looking king of the north, right? And I like to make him like bulky and lots. He's my favorite character to build, and lots of movement I try to put on him and stuff like that. Try to keep the flow happening. This is all local rock, Dawson stone, Campbell Highway jade, and I like that rock. I mean, it's a real nice hard rock too. Yes, I grew up lots in the land with my dad and stuff like that, and I did do a fair bit of polar bear hunting and stuff, and at one point I even guided on polar bear sport hunts and stuff like that. I've seen them where they pulled out a seal, yeah, out of the ice. A lot of power on that animal. Makes that leather of the seal just like paper almost. Well, for starters, you gotta see if you're able to see anything in a rock and stuff like that, and what you want to build. Usually, when you look at a piece, you combination of looking at the rock and what you want to build at the same time, kind of go hand in hand, I guess, and you take it from there. It's, you got to start small first and apply yourself to see, like, you know, you're able to do it and you want to do it, kind of thing. I think that's the biggest thing, is to want to be able to do it, and go all in, like, you know, and then take it gradually. Getting out there comes comes after a while, I guess. I mean, a lot of people's natural out there, and some people have to work on it. Well, for art, for one thing, you gotta have people appreciate your work, right? And I think that's what the big thing is, like, you know, if somebody can appreciate it, then it's art, basically.
We're sitting in Spirit Walker Productions down in Yellowknife. I'm from Tuktoyaktuk. I live in Yellowknife. I will always be from Tuktoyaktuk is my home. My parents live there. Practically my whole family lives there. My first memory of picking up a guitar, I think I was about 6. My dad had a guitar lying around, and at that time it was too big. I couldn't play it. I was too small at that time. So I kind of put it down and didn't really touch it until I was probably about 10 or 11, when I was sitting in my room, and you know, there must have been a snowstorm out at that time. There was nothing to do, and so I opened up my closet, and there was this guitar again sitting there. So I started trying to play. I couldn't really do it. I didn't really know what they were, but I kept on. I persisted, and I'm here now.
Just waiting to be claimed.
The good thing about playing in the blues band is when you're playing, you're up there, you're putting your heart and soul into the playing, trying as hard as you can, playing the best that you can, whether there's 10 people or just the bartender, it doesn't really matter. I think that's part of this band is, you know, no matter who's there or no matter who's not there, it could be just us, and we're still gonna play, and we're still gonna, you know, try as hard as we can to play as best as we can. I think that's part of the appeal of this band for me, is trying to do it right, whatever right is, trying to do it right and play hard. It's so much fun, and I guess sometimes there's certain emotions that do come out, but it's still fun. You're still trying hard. You're still working hard.
In the blindness of haze, in the days of my youth.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're writing, and the next thing you know, the tunes are going. Within a year, we've got a full album written and produced.
Printed,
packaged,
and
signed,
sealed, and delivered.
If I was causing pain,
Writing the tunes, doing all the parts. I don't know how many times we'd sit in the studio and just try something over and over and over. I mean, literally, my fingers would be just raw, you know, the skin torn off, trying to get something down, and then at the end of the night we decide, well, we got nothing.
But then sometimes we've got great stuff.
Some great stuff.
Yeah.
But you certainly have to put the time and effort in. You know, for me, honestly, I don't think it ever felt like work at all. It was having so much fun in the studio. And you know, we're writing for this new CD, and how many songs do we have now?
I think we're closing in on 15.
I mean, the band is creative, and we're having a good time, and we're actually playing the new songs that we've written now, and you know, they're good, solid songs, really catchy. I asked Norm one time, a little earlier this past month, and he said he hadn't heard anything, but I think it was a couple of weeks ago that...
yeah, I get this email.
Yeah.
first time I saw her, I felt complete.
You know, for myself, it still hasn't sunk in. I don't know what we've got ourselves into. So we'll see.
Well, I think it's a treat. First album, 2 nominations. I mean, it just tells me we're doing something right, and we're gonna keep moving forward, no matter what the outcome. I mean, it's great to get a win under our belts. But like Norm was saying, we're moving forward onto the second album.
You know, to be perfectly honest, I don't think we are. But you know what? We're gonna go down and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
We're gonna play.
and we're gonna get to meet all these guys.
Hopefully we get to play. That'd
We're
be
gonna
great,
represent.
you know?
Yeah.
We'll get to meet these guys and shake their hands and chat with them, and you know, that's what it's all about.
Just waiting to be claimed.
We're enjoying playing these songs and enjoying having a good time. Really, that's what it's about. It's all about the music.
Ashes and flames, just waiting to be claimed. To be
Come out and see the band whenever we're playing. If you're out there, come out and watch the band. Really, seriously. I think the band cooks. It's a great band. Have a good time.